What's up, everybody? We are back, 2021 Feast of Fiction fam. Couple of updates. 1, I got married. 2, moved into a new house. 3, during the pandemic, turned that house into a bit of a farmhouse. Let's check it out. Let's say hi to the family. Oh, hi. Everyone wants pets. Hi, hello. Something that's really exciting is this box from Imperfect Foods that came in the mail. Now they're collaborating with today's video sponsor, Story of Seasons, pioneers of Olive Town, and I'm so excited because look how cute it is, and also, him, he's me. These things, it's in my life, and I'm gonna show it to you. Story of Seasons is celebrating its 25th anniversary this year, and its newest entry, Pioneers of Olive Town, is here, and we're giving away 5 game codes to our lucky viewers, because the game is out right now for the Nintendo Switch. We'll let you know how to enter later in the video. If you're a fan of farming simulators, this game is for you. It's got tons of customization, that deep satisfaction you get when you harvest your crops, and you can even take home animal friends and hatch new ones, which is very similar to my life, but we'll get to that in a bit. Stay tuned for the cuteness. 2020 was a really big hurdle for our channel, and for a moment there, we almost didn't come back. But things are finally returning to normal, and I am so grateful to Story of Seasons, Pioneers of Olive Town, because without them, without this brand deal, I wouldn't be making this episode right now, and I wouldn't be able to catch you all up on what's happening in my life. And it feels really serendipitous because Story of Seasons just has so many parallels to the life that I'm leading right now. My wife and I love games like Stardew Valley and Animal Crossing. In fact, during the first part of the quarantine, much like a lot of you out there, we spent a lot of time living on that imaginary island. One thing that I miss with Animal Crossing though is that even though it's in the name, you don't get to raise really any actual animals. Story of Seasons is great. You can fill your farm with all sorts of cute animals and you have them be a part of your ecosystem. And believe it or not, the thing that we decided to do during the quarantine is turn our own home into its own farming ecosystem. I am now the proud father of 15 different animals in this house. Let's take a moment to introduce you to our extended family. Of course, our oldest 2 children are 2 friends you've already probably seen, Kiwi and KK. Kiwi is my dog. She's been on the show quite a bit, and she just turned 7 years old this last year and is a rescue. She's a mix between a husky, chow chow, Russell Terrier, and some other stuff. But when people look at her, they typically just think she's Corgi and Shiba Inu, a true internet dog. This little teddy bear is KK. KK is an all-star. He loves to play ball, is an Australian Shepherd mixed with a poodle. His nickname is KK Wiggles because he wiggles his little butt every time he's excited. Next up is Kimchi. Now I've always wanted a cat, but I'm extremely allergic to them. Fortunately, Kimchi is a Siberian and they are largely hypoallergenic. He's only 7 months old, but he is quite the daredevil. He'll just climb up on anything that he can when he's exploring the house. I mean, look at that, crazy. Now, I said 15 animal pals, but I'm kind of cheating since 5 of them are fish. Now look, they're not super fancy, they're just goldfish, but they are very lucky because these massive fish are the sole survivors from a music video that Rosanna's sister did years ago, and look at how small they were here. These fish are the only ones that survived, and they are now these 5 chonkers. Look how big they are. All right, now I know some of you are thinking, dogs, cats, some fish. This is not a farmhouse, Jimmy. What is this clickbait? But we are going to get to that. First up though, I am very hungry, so I'm gonna go downstairs and cook the food from that Imperfect Foods box. And I've got a couple of nifty cooking tricks that I picked up over the quarantine, so pay attention. It could save you a lot of time in the kitchen. Oh, this is heavy. Oh, bet you didn't need to see that angle. Okay. Let's open up this Imperfect Foods box and see what's inside. Ashley got one too, so we'll be catching up with her later. We have a Story of Seasons recipe card and a bunch of fresh ingredients without all that wasteful packaging. Okay, wow, that was a lot of stuff in one box, and I'm really glad there wasn't additional packaging because again, I'm gonna wash everything. I don't need that much plastic. Nice thing is too, even this right here and this ice pack, you empty this out into the sink and you can recycle all of it. And that's it, not that much waste. I played farming simulators my entire life, and there is such satisfaction to pulling the crops out of the ground and farming your own crops and working through the seasons. So Story of Seasons lets you do exactly that. And I just got all this food. It feels like the farmer from the game just dropped it off at my house. I'm getting a little too excited. I'm just gonna get started cooking because I'm very hungry. Now, we've been cooking so much over the quarantine that I'm always trying to find ways to save time in the kitchen. I found the best way to do so is gamifying your experience. So while this butter melts, I know that I have vegetables to prepare for the soup. While I leave the Dutch oven at a low heat to melt the butter, that's at least a couple of minutes for me to prepare the next ingredient. I've got 3 potatoes to peel in total, and it timed up pretty well. I was also able to cut the onions and garlic down much faster than normal because I can just cut them into bigger, looser chunks. I know we're gonna blend everything together at the end, so I don't need to be perfect with my cutting. Maybe I can be imperfect. Here's a bottle of white wine that we had from our wedding a few weeks back. It's optional when it comes to soups, but if you've got it, flaunt it. So after a good stir, the soup needs to cook slowly for a bit longer, which means more gamifying. I got carrots and potatoes to cut up. Because carrots are circular, I'm going to slice a small bit of it off the side, and then it has a flat surface, and it's safer, makes my cutting easier, and saves some time in the long run. Again, since this is a soup that will be blended down, I don't need to stress about perfect size cutting for everything. Just get them all around to the same size and don't sweat it. By this point, the soup is ready for the final ingredients, so pour them all in and cover the whole thing with beef broth to add in that flavor and color. This needs to cook for at least 20 minutes on a low heat, so instead of waiting around, let's take the time to prepare the salad. Now, I know that Ashley is gonna do this better than I am, but I do have a couple of food hacks here. These beets, they're gonna go on this bed of lettuce.
Hello, I'm Mr. Beets. Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Okay. The reason they're on here is twofold. We're gonna steam the veggies, and I'm using this lettuce as the bed for the steamer, and beets are also so red and tinted that they're gonna stain your cutting board if you don't wash it immediately afterwards. Because they're soft and malleable, I can just cut them on top of the lettuce with no problem, and then just transfer that full onto our steamer afterwards. Now all that's left is to wash my veggies, make the dressing, cut the mushrooms, radishes, set them aside, and blammo, the soup is ready. Now depending on how fast you prepare your ingredients, maybe you didn't get everything done in time, but that's totally okay. Take your time, don't rush it. Just know that you're saving time when you combine steps from 2 recipes while cooking. The soup ingredients are soft and blendable, so use a hand blender to mix it all together until it's as smooth as can be. Salads are great, just add the ingredients in a large bowl, some dressing, mix it around, and you're done. Now, if you want to be fancy and make it look kind of nicer, I love using chopsticks because you can be precise with moving things around and make it look a little bit better for camera because otherwise, I mean, it's pretty sloppy otherwise. Fill up your soups, add in a little heavy cream on top for a dash of color, and I also put in some chopped green onions for a little additional flavor. Oh, and if you've been listening to win our Story of Seasons game code giveaway, here's how to potentially be one of our 5 winners. Just comment below if you love farming simulators or why you want to play one. I'll choose 5 winners and announce them on our community tab on YouTube. All right, we did it. It is a dinner time, oh dinner time. We got DMC to take down.
Wow, it's beautiful. So colorful. We're eating right because we're eating the rainbows.
Yummy. That's good. It's actually really good with the green onion. It's pretty good.
This is what it's like to be vegetarian.
Beef broth. A wholesome brand deal. More of that means more feast of fiction for you. And it keeps the electricity to the kitchen on. Very important. Okay, time to show you the real members of our family farm. Now, in our quest to be more sustainable, we're building out a garden and we're gonna grow our own veggies and all that stuff. And to create a balanced ecosystem, you're gonna need things like fertilizer, compost, and we found a solution that we're both really excited about. So say hello to our quail family. So we have 6 quails here. They are so cute. Sometimes I'll just sit here and watch them for hours, it feels like. And they actually serve a very important purpose. First off, soon these little suckers will be making some quail eggs, and you can cook and eat those, and they're delicious. And the other big thing is that quail poop is an amazing fertilizer once it gets composted. So that means that the birds here, their waste is gonna get turned into the perfect ingredient for our garden. So we can grow healthier plants and then use those to eat, and then we can use the table scraps we have and feed them back to the quails, and you can continue that cycle. We're doing the exact same thing downstairs with our fish. All that water that we have is really great for aquaponics, so we can grow plants on top of the tank. The fish water helps provide nutrients, and then the plants filter them out of the tank as well. And that, my friends, is a sustainable cycle. So that's kind of how I turned my life into a farming simulator over the pandemic. Seriously though, it is really exciting to see what I'm doing in real life match up so well with what happens in Story of Seasons. Now I know a lot of you are probably like, what is happening with Ashley right now? Let's get an update, and we're gonna give you exactly that, because her story is also very cute, filled with animals, and even better, the great outdoors. So let's check in with her. Dang, these things are loud.
are here today to make the Story of Seasons mixed vegetable salad. It's gonna be really fun because I have my #1 cooking assistant with me, right? And you're so excited? Yeah. Okay, in case you guys didn't know, we moved back to Texas in September, smack dab in the middle of COVID. Me and my husband are both from Texas. You guys all know that. And so now Sawyer is living his best life ever. Where?
I touch it, and I want to feed the birds.
You want to feed the birds?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of wildlife here in Texas that we are getting to experience now that we're back, right? Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do is mix both of the oils. So right here, I have 1/4 cup of canola oil. Here, pour it in here. Gentle. Nice work. And I'm going to add 1/4 cup more. I'm holding it.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Good job.
I love salt and pepper.
You love salt and pepper? Whoa, dude. You got a good taste palette then for spices. Okay, can you put this in there?
But I really don't. Sometimes I do, and sometimes I don't.
All right, now your next job is the best job. Can you stir it up for Mama?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm doing it.
You're doing it!
That's for you?
No, this is for our salad.
I love salt.
Do you want to taste it?
No.
So, I already took the liberty to steam some vegetables. We have 2 cups of mixed vegetables here. Perfectly steamed and delicious, right buddy?
I like that.
You like that?
And I like this.
Do you want to pour this in there? Come on, you do it. Be gentle. Oh, good job, Bubba, man.
You do something else?
Can we do something else?
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's time to assemble our salad, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay, so we have our serving platter right here. Okay, and the first thing we're gonna add is the leaves of romaine lettuce.
Baby, start to do.
Alrighty then, Bubba. Look how cool that looks. Does that look cool?
But we did that. I will do that by myself.
You'll do what by yourself?
So the bus is in here.
Okay, here you go.
I'm gonna do that.
Okay, here you go. Okay, good job, man.
All of it.
So we got beets, eggs, cucumbers, and radishes.
Wow, what we made.
Look what we made.
Whoa, did you make this?
Yeah.
Where's it from? Story?
I wish I could be sharing the salad with Jimmy right now, but I think we're doing the Story of Seasons justice with these recipes because they are delicious. And I think that your family will like it. And it's such a yummy, healthy thing to feed to your families. I need to still get Sawyer used to salad. He doesn't love salad yet, but I'm really looking forward to making more stuff like this for my family in the future.
Back to you, Uncle Demi.
Wow, yeah, that salad looked a lot better than mine. And what a cute send-off from Sawyer. Thank you, buddy. Everyone, Story of Seasons, Pioneers of Olive Town is out on the Nintendo eShop right now. Look, we all need some distractions, and video games are one of my favorite ways to pass the time. This is a beautiful farming simulator. You're going to want to check it out. Even if you've never played farming simulators before, It's a great place to start. You're going to meet new friends, join a new town, maybe even romance a few people along the way. I can't wait to hear what you think about it in the comments or what you look forward to as well. Because remember, we are giving away 5 free game codes for Story of Seasons, Pioneers of Olive Town. Check it out in the Nintendo eShop. And as always, let us know in the comments what you want to see us make next on the show. And we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.